Oh ho ho! Merry Christmas, everyone!
It's the 30th of December. It's past Christmas.
Oh. Well, I was just trying to spread a bit of festive cheer, but clearly no one's interested in that. Everyone wants to just hear about the biscuits. Welcome back to the Biscuit Break. You join us here again for a new episode rounding off the year. My name is Finlay. I'm here with, firstly, my co-host,
Jack.
and also the new co-host, Emily. And today we're going to be taking a look at what is another undoubtedly classic biscuit. One that we all love in this household quite a lot. I'm not quite sure how Emily feels about it, but we'll find that out soon enough. So the biscuit we're going to be looking at today is the Timeout Wafer. Jack, you've been here before. We're looking at the packaging. What do you think?
Well, I don't think it's the best. I don't think it has much detail as the other ones I've looked at.
Yeah, there's not a huge amount of detail on it. I mean, it's pretty simple. It gives you the name of what the biscuit actually is. It's got a nice little picture, I have to say, of the inside of the biscuit, which is not something you get very commonly. Normally, you're going to have to, you're not going to kind of try before you buy. You're going to have to undo the biscuit and give it a nibble, whereas this thing here, you know what you're getting into as soon as you've got the packet. Emily, what do you think of the packaging? It's an interesting point. We'll come back to that later on. Now we're going to do the next bit, which is opening up the biscuit and taking a look at what it actually looks like on the inside. So I'll open this one up here for the camera. Oh no! I tell you what, this is a travesty. We've actually gotten to a point where Emily's the only one with a complete biscuit before we've even tried to attempt the break. I mean, Jack's in pieces over here. So I'll give you a little look at that. There's a nice kind of chocolatey outside there. And as you obviously saw from the packaging, a really nice wafery layer with some chocolate in between. So taking a look at the biscuit there, Jack, obviously that was a big disappointment in a lot of ways, but what do you think?
Well, it's just filled with chocolate and it's got like little bumps.
Yeah, there does seem to be some nice kind of little ridges across it where the chocolate has been kind of layered across the wafers in the factory, clearly. Doesn't look like too thick a biscuit, so not like the kind of caramel wafer where it was maybe like too dense. A lot of people maybe thought that the caramel wafer was too rich, whereas I think this will be nice and light. Emily, what do you think about the biscuit?
It looks good.
It does look good, doesn't it? It looks like a tasty treat. So now we're going to move on to the next bit, which unfortunately for Jack, he's already been through. I'm sure you can still break off another piece, and this is going to be the break of the biscuit. So excuse me a minute, I'll just grab my protective eyewear. Emily, you put your protective eyewear on. Now obviously at this time of year particularly, we don't want anyone taking any unnecessary risks. It's just advised that if you're ever going to be attempting something like this at home, which we don't think you should, but if you ever are, then make sure you're wearing some protective eyewear. So now we're moving on to the biscuit break. So everyone, when you're ready, oh, a nice little snap. I think, yeah. Oh, you know what? Yours has snapped some of the chocolate off too. So, Jack, what do you think of that break?
Well, like last time, so many crumbs fell, but this time, no crumbs fell.
No crumbs. Yeah, very little crumbs, very little mess. If you're someone who is maybe obsessive compulsive about mess in their house, if you're someone that just wants, every time you break a biscuit, you want to know where every single piece, every single calorie of that biscuit is remaining on the biscuit, ideally none of it scattering onto the plate, then maybe a Timeout Wafer is the wafer for you. Emily, what do you think of that? Yeah, good. Another interesting point. I mean, Emily is someone who's obviously new to the team, so she's just getting used to the experience of following through the procedure that me and Jack obviously know so well. But now we are going to move on to the dip test. So everyone grab a piece of your biscuit. Now Emily and Jack have a nice wee cup of milk. I have a cup of coffee. So we're going to dip in when you're ready. Dip. And take it out. Now obviously once again the heated beverage has maybe melted a little bit of the chocolate around the wafer. What are you guys finding? Is it holding any of the milk okay?
I think so.
Emily's getting a couple of little drips there.
Yeah.
Messy as ever. But now onto the taste test. I like that biscuit. There's not too much chocolate, little bits of chocolate in between. Some nice wafer, it's nice and light, leaves you wanting more, doesn't fill you up too much. That, to me, is a great little biscuit. What do you think, Jack?
Well, I can really taste the wafer when you like bite into it.
Yeah, it's a nice flavoured, I think it's like a vanilla flavoured wafer, so to me that really adds something to the biscuit. Emily, what do you think about the taste? Oh, your sunglasses appear to have fallen down. It's good. Okay, yeah, nice to know. So, obviously, I think that was a success, that biscuit to me. It would definitely be a biscuit I would be buying regularly. Emily, what do you think overall of that biscuit? Really good. Okay, that's good. Jack, what were your thoughts?
Well, highest I've ever given it, a solid 10 out of 10.
A 10 out of 10. Wow. That is potentially the first ever 10 out of 10 on the biscuit break. I have no idea. We'll need to check that back later on. Emily, what score do you want to give the biscuit? Maybe an 8? An 8 out of 10. I think Emily does like a Timeout Wafer, but so there's definitely other biscuits that she prefers. For me, I think that's going to probably get a 9.5. That biscuit to me is near perfection. There's still a little bit more that I would want from it. Maybe potentially there'd been a little bit of caramel or something in there just to take it over the edge. But overall, I thought that biscuit was excellent. So, from the biscuit break, we wish you a happy new year when it comes. All the best for 2023, and we look forward to creating some more interesting biscuit-themed content for you. Stay tuned.